As always, it is so great to have you here. I hope you're staying safe and healthy out there and feeling fabulous at the same time. Anyways, today we have another great Spanish recipe. We're talking gambas al ajillo con pimientos asados. This is basically garlic shrimp with roasted red bell peppers. And let me tell you, this is the kind of dish that I could seriously eat every day because it's got so many beautiful layers of flavors to it. It's truly effortless to put together, and the best part, it's all done in just 15 minutes, folks. You can serve these garlic shrimp as a tapas appetizer, next to a crunchy baguette, or even pour them over some rice, or even pasta for an incredible meal. Either way, this is what authentic Spanish flavors are all about. Let's begin by getting our ingredients ready. I'm going to remove the cloves from one head of garlic. Take the skins off each clove. As you know, I like to give it a quick twist as the skin is easily removed, and I also like to have a paper towel underneath for an easy cleanup. And we'll thinly slice the cloves of garlic. Now, to make this recipe, you want to use the entire head of garlic, as is what gives this dish that incredible pop of garlic goodness. However, if that's too much garlic for you, you can use between 3 to 4 cloves. Then we'll grab a handful of fresh parsley and finely chop it. We want to end up with about 2 tablespoons of finely chopped parsley, which is 8 grams. We'll thinly slice 4 jarred roasted red bell peppers. And for the final ingredient, I'm going to add in about 18 raw jumbo shrimp that have been peeled and deveined over some paper towels, making sure they're all in a single layer. And we'll pat the shrimp completely dry. Now, the shrimp that I'm using, I bought frozen and thawed out just to make things easier and cheaper, but you can totally use fresh shrimp here. Either way, make sure to pat them completely dry. That way later on when we cook them, they can absorb all the flavors in the pan. And we'll season with a kiss of sea salt and some freshly cracked black pepper. Alright, let's start cooking our dish. I'm going to grab a large fry pan. Important to use a larger pan here, that way all the shrimp can fit in there in a single layer. I'm going to heat it with a medium heat and add in a generous 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is about 35 milliliters. After heating the olive oil for about 1 minute, you don't want it to get too hot, I'm going to add in the sliced garlic. And we'll mix the garlic around, that way it's all coated in that olive oil, and it's very important to mix this continuously, that way all the garlic evenly sautés. After about 30 seconds, and the garlic is nice and fragrant, you don't want to brown it at this stage, I'm going to start adding the shrimp into the pan, once again, making sure they're all in a single layer. And I always like to add the first one by the handle, and then go in a circular motion. That way when we have to flip the shrimp to cook the other side, I know exactly where to start, that way they're all evenly cooked. After about 1 minute, I'm going to flip the shrimp to cook the other side. After a total cooking time of 2 minutes on the shrimp, that's 1 minute per side, they should be perfectly cooked through. I'm going to start removing them from the pan and then setting them aside. You know, you don't want to overcook the shrimp, otherwise they easily get a tough texture to them. Now, using the same pan with the same heat, I'm going to add in the roasted red bell peppers that we thinly sliced. And we'll also add in 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is about 2.5 grams. You can also use hot paprika here if you want to add some spice to this dish. And we'll give it a quick mix, that way everything's evenly mixed together. As always, the Spanish paprika that I'm using is from Kiva. You'll find a link where you can get some in the description box below, and if you buy it from that link, you'll also get 25% off your order. Then we'll add in half a cup of white wine, which is 120 milliliters. You know, if white wine is not your thing, you can substitute it for broth of your choice with a little squeeze of lemon juice. And we'll season with a kiss of sea salt and some freshly cracked black pepper. Then we'll give it a quick mix, that way everything's evenly mixed together. And we'll simmer this on a medium heat, just between 2 to 3 minutes. This is enough time for the alcohol to cook off in the white wine and for all the flavors to develop. After about 3 minutes, and you can see that the white wine has reduced in half, I'm going to add in the shrimp back into the pan. and the 2 tablespoons of finely chopped parsley, which once again is about 8 grams. And we'll give it a quick mix until everything's well mixed together and all the shrimp are coated in that beautiful sauce. Then we'll remove the pan from the heat and we'll sprinkle it with some finely chopped fresh parsley. Check it out, our Gambas al Ajillo con Pimientos Asados is done. Spanish garlic shrimp with roasted red bell peppers. Super easy to make and such a beautiful presentation. You know, this is the kind of dish that's screaming for a baguette to mop up all that goodness. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, Gambas al Ajillo con Pimientos Asados. Like seriously, I just want to dive into this pan and go swimming in there because it looks so good. Grab a little bit of everything. Here we go. Oh my goodness. I still want to swim inside that pan. Seriously though, the combination of the shrimp with the roasted red bell peppers, explosion of so many flavors. And then you have all that garlic with the sweet smoked Spanish paprika and the white wine. That gives it that depth of goodness. You saw this, a classic Spanish recipe, no tricky techniques, no special equipment, just simple hometown cooking that packs a ton of flavors. Give these shrimp a try at home and I promise you're gonna absolutely love them. Really quick before I go, shout out to a couple of my patrons, Hollis Helmichi, Sam Cohen, Kent Anderson, and Grace Swadith. Again guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below and don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.